So I was having a cold one with a friend the other day, and I happened to hear one of the most prejudicial comments I have ever heard in my entire life. We were talking movies, and she was asking, "What's one of your more recent watches that you really enjoyed?" And without hesitation, True Lies. Easy. She was genuinely intrigued, and she says, "Who's in that movie?" And as soon as the words Arnold and Schwarzenegger left my mouth, you could see it happen. Eyes rolling in the back of her head, and the exasperated comment, "I don't watch dude movies." I was like, "Dude movie? What the hell are you talking about, lady? This is a good movie." And then it kind of shook me. I'm thinking, do most women think of Arnold Schwarzenegger movies as dude movies? Pretty much the chick flick equivalent of Jennifer Lopez's The Wedding Planner? Then I got to thinking, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm liking these movies because of some sort of innate Neanderthal tendencies, or, a genetic predisposition towards action, violence, and fucking car chases. Or maybe I have some deep-rooted, fetish for Austrian muscle men. Either way, I was like, man, I need to get to the bottom of this and figure out whether or not, True Lies is a good movie or a dude movie. So I took it upon myself to rewatch True Lies for the second time in 3 days. Just to dispel any previous, conceptions I had about the film, and really prove that it is a great movie and it doesn't need to be bogged down by some dubious title of dude movie. Well, there you have it. I watched True Lies, and this is another movie review from the Great White North. The movies might be good or bad, but at least the reviews will be beauty. True Lies is a 1994 action comedy film, written and directed by James Cameron. I mean, this guy was like Pony Boy. Everything he directed was solid gold. Prior to True Lies, he directed Terminator, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Aliens, and The Abyss. All awesome movies. And I will say, True Lies was a hit in its own right and made a pile of money. But it's somewhat understandable how it kind of got lost in the sands of time, considering that, chronologically speaking, it was sandwiched right between Terminator 2 and Titanic. Both were ginormous blockbusters and made like $1 zillion. But, most importantly, those are two movies that you can really kick up your feet, crack open a beer, and enjoy. Oh yeah. Time to grab another one. Alright, now I'm set up. Alright, so where was I? Oh yeah. The film stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, who at that time might have been the most versatile actor in all of Hollywood. Okay, I kid. I mean, up until this point, Arnold pretty much played the same 4 roles in every movie. I mean, he was a barbarian, a robot, a barbarian, an army guy, a local cop, an army guy, an ex-cop, a foreign cop, an undercover cop, oh yeah, and a robot again. I mean, the range on this guy was awesome. And I get it. Any lady pretty much seeing that acting history is gonna think this movie is gonna be complete shit. Understandable. Fortunately for us, this time around, Arnold Schwarzenegger has taken on a little bit of a meatier role, playing Harry Tasker, a secret agent working for a covert intelligence agency called the Omega Sector. Now, Harry is the quintessential action hero. He's a one-man wrecking crew that's kicking ass and taking names, but uh-oh, he forgot one thing. He's got a wife and kid at home that have been a little neglected, and he's got to rectify that. Now Harry's got to juggle his duties as a spy with his duties at home as a husband and a dad. Now, it must be pointed out that Harry's wife and daughter have no idea that he's an international globetrotting spy, a double life he's been leading for close to 17 years. So what's his super believable cover? A computer salesman. That's right, a fucking computer salesman. I mean, it blows my mind.
You should have been there. We were the big hit of the show. With that new model ordering system, the 680 I told you about, how you can write up an order, and immediately as soon as the customer's name comes up, you see what his credit line is, what he has ordered in the past, what discount he has gotten, every little detail.
Perfect.
It's fantastic. So I love the computer business.
I don't know why they wouldn't have chose a more believable line of work like a personal trainer or maybe a competitive bodybuilder. I mean, when was the last time you were shopping for a laptop and you were helped out by that nice and gigantic Austrian man with rippling abs and arms the size of tree trunks? Never. And you know why? Because those kind of people don't exist in the real world. And that brings me to my next point. The only thing more asinine than the computer salesman cover is that his wife Helen, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, totally falls for it hook, line, and sinker.
I mean, it's not like he's saving the world or anything. I mean, he's a sales rep, for Christ's sake. Whenever I can't sleep, I just ask him to tell me about his day. 6 seconds and I'm out.
I mean, yeah, lady, yeah, the computers back in the 90s were a far bit heavier and bigger, but not heavy enough to turn a little old dorky computer salesman into a full-out, perfectly sculpted muscle man. And she believes this shit to such a degree, she believes he's a boring salesman, that she starts to carry out a borderline affair with a used car salesman who's just pretending to be a spy, just to get that little extra adventure in her life. I'm like, Jesus, lady. Whew. Now, I don't know why, but Simon, the used car salesman, might be my favorite character in this whole gosh darn movie.
Let's face it, Harry. The vet gets him wet.
And what about their husbands?
Dickless. I mean, let's face it, if they took care of business, I'd be out of business. You know what I mean?
Those idiots.
Hey, because it's you.
Now, I know this is not a redeeming character at all. He's a complete sleazeball, but to such a degree that Harry completely abandons his regular job duties and just dedicates himself to frickin' intimidating this guy and getting his wife back, essentially. So, you gotta ask yourself, what is Harry supposed to be doing in his job right about now? Oh yeah, that's right. He's supposed to be tracking down nuclear warheads that have been smuggled into the continental United States by terrorists. Well, I guess we know now that Harry's pretty comfortable with terrorists getting their hands on nuclear weapons. But you know what he isn't comfortable with? Some greasy used car salesman putting his hands all over his wife. Well, I will say I am on his side because it is an absolute treat to see this guy get exposed and utterly embarrassed.
I have to lie to women to get laid, and I don't score much. I got a little dick. It's pathetic. Oh, God. Oh, would a spy pee himself, huh? Huh? Oh, God.
And now that Harry's gotten rid of Simon, the used car salesman, he finally figures it out. It clicks. His wife is horny for adventure. So, then he sets up a fake, secret, stage spy mission so him and his wife can rekindle their romance. Normally I wouldn't be talking about scenes like this, but I'd be remiss if I did not mention Jamie Lee Curtis's extreme transformation from frumpy 80s housewife to full-out sex symbol. Huh. What took a movie like She's All That with Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook, an entire movie? They turned a babe with glasses into a babe. Who cares? This movie, oh my God, she looks like she's got diaper butt to being like she's got the best butt. Who? Looking good. I mean, take off those glasses, female Clark Kent, because you're about to be the Superman of sexy dancing. Ooh yeah. Now, even as a kid, I knew these kind of scenes were racy. I'd be sweating downstairs, white-knuckling the remote, scared that my mom would walk in and see me rewinding the same clip of Jamie Lee Curtis with her top off 15 times in a row. And then you're asking yourself, how the hell does Harry get away with, intimidating and embarrassing a used car salesman and getting his wife to do a sexy hotel room striptease, all on the government tax dollar? Well, that's easy. His coworkers are even bigger pieces of shit than he is, and they've done even shadier stuff with the taxpayer's dollar, let me tell you.
You telling me, I telling you.
What are you talking about? I'm as clean as a preacher's sheets. I'm as clean as a baby's...
What about the time you blew a 6-week operation because we're busy getting a blowjob, huh?
You knew about that?
Huh.
Now we are eventually thrust back into the action when Harry and Helen are abducted by the terrorists that Harry was supposed to track down in the first place. What blows my mind at this point is that Helen is still oblivious to the fact that her husband is a government killing machine.
He was just a salesman, for Christ's sake.
I know, crazy, right? But it does set up a beautiful little scene where Harry, under the influence of a truth serum, pretty much discloses the details of his actual day job. Awesome.
Ask me a question that I normally would lie to.
Have you ever killed anyone?
Yeah, but they were all bad.
Lady, do you get it now? Come on, man. He's Rambo.
Drop the gun!
Honey, next time, duck. Let's go.
I married Rambo.
I think she's got it. Now, I can admit, the character of Harry Tasker is a Marty stew. When it comes to killing bad guys, kicking ass, taking names, he's perfect. He can't be beat. But that wasn't the real character arc here. The real arc was Harry becoming a good and attentive husband and father. And it took him the course of the movie to figure it out. Something that Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't really figure out when he banged that housekeeper all those years ago. Am I right? Yeesh. Well, aside from that, you gotta give the film props, for putting a spin on classic action movie tropes. And for that, it should be celebrated and watched by female and male audiences alike. Is it a dude movie? Yeah, it's a dude movie. I can admit it. But I feel like the real point here is it's a good movie. No, a great movie. So, to conclude, this reviewer gives True Lies a resounding thumbs up. So, regardless of whatever genitals you're packing, go out and watch this bad boy. You'll be glad you did.
Go to work.
Okay. Bye.